Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill. Today we are going to play with my favorite tier 10 tank destroyers. Let's have some fun, and it kind of became a tradition for us to play with the vehicles that I love with all my heart, that I appreciate, that I enjoy. On this Christmas time, can I say that, or the winter time, however you would call this, right? First tank on the list. Almighty Jack Pizda. Listen, I like this tank. I enjoy this vehicle. 420mm of the penetration. This tank can ruin the day for so many other tankers. It's absolutely glorious. There is nothing but love from my side for this tank. And you know, when the things changed, I could not stand this tank back in the day. I honestly could not stand it. But me playing with Mozakrobat some years ago, he just opened my eyes for this tank, and I understand that this vehicle is, you know, the fun machine. You don't need to be too competitive, you don't need to tank every and each shot, you don't need to hit every and each shot. That does not matter. What matters is to ruin the game for someone else in a way. You met a super heavy tank, 9 in the face. You met chieftain, 9 in the face. You met someone else, 9 in the face. This is what Jack Pizda is, and this is what Jack Pizda has to offer. This is why this tank is one of my favorites for 2 years in a row already, and it's just absolutely amazing. And no, it's not the most competitive tank in the world of tanks. No, it isn't. No, it's not the best tank in the world of tanks. Definitely not. But what this tank is a fun machine. And that is very important thing, right? And yes, you may miss the shot with this vehicle. Doesn't really matter. It's completely fine. You will reload in 10 seconds and you will try to do that again. And with the next shell, we are going to armor react the 60TP. You don't believe me? Watch this. Watch this. No, Mr. 60TP, be brave. Be brave, buddy, be brave. Just go sideways. Yes. Thank you very much. Well, maybe not armor react, but minus 1000 in the face for sure. I mean, how not to appreciate this tank? And the armor can bounce once in a while as well, so that gives you a chance to survive for tiny touch longer. And if you will survive longer, you may give another shot to the enemy. If you will give another shot to the enemy, you are going to be more successful. If you are going to be more successful, you will do more damage, you know? Everything leads for a better and better and better and better things, fellas. Okay. We are chilling here. There is no need for us to shit our pants. We are feeling very, very fine. I kind of would love to make pressure, to be fair with you, although I understand that we are losing the other side, okay? I am very, very well aware of that. But to be completely honest with you, I am going to be patient. Oh, look at this beauty. Foch B. Extremely fun tank to play with as well, at least in my humble opinion. A lot of fun clipping someone out, right? I believe you would not allow me to lie. But in the same time, it's not Jack Pizda. It doesn't feel the same way whenever you are finding someone and whenever you are clipping someone. And whenever you are finding someone with this tank, you are just slapping for a beautiful 1000 damage in the face. And that feels really, really, really good. He's running for his life. He's dreaming about escaping. But I can tell you one thing, it is not going to be easy for him. Speaking about the easy, how are you doing this fine day? We will pay attention what is he doing, and he's thinking that he can approach us and he can make some pressure. Oh boy, you are very, 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 very wrong, my man. You are very wrong. Congratulations, you hit me once, and you hit me twice, and you hit me 3 times, and you are in the garage. You know, this is almighty Jack Pizda. This is what this tank has to offer, and this is the fun bit of this vehicle as well, right? And honestly, you do not need to be the best player in the world of tanks in order to make this tank work, honestly speaking. You do not need to be the best player in the world of tanks in order to make it work. Not at all. You can be a relatively new player. All you need to do, you need to load that gold ammunition as well, right? You definitely need to do that. Because if you are making a decision not to shoot the gold with this tank, it's like using the tank in a wrong way, if you know what I mean. At least this is how it feels like to me. You are just simply using the tank in a very, 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 very wrong way. This is not the right way to play with this tank. Now, relax, take it easy. We know that we are losing this game and it doesn't really change absolutely anything. We are okay. We are very, very, very fine, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. There is nothing to panic about. There is nothing to caco our pants for. We are completely fine. We have done 3.7 thousand in this situation and we are feeling great. Yes, we did not have the best team in the world of tanks. Yes, we took one for the team. And you know what? It changes absolutely nothing. I still love this tank to the level that I did. And in the same time, I really need to highlight that not every game is going to be phenomenal with the tanks like this, honestly. There will be plenty of situations when you will meet the enemies that was spamming full gold at you and then your armor is... it doesn't work. But in the same time, you know, whenever you are playing with the tanks like this, the most important thing is that enemy armor doesn't work. You feel me what I'm saying? I believe you do. So this tank deserves to be in the top 3 list. For sure, 100%, not even questionable. 3.7 thousand damage, 800 assisting damage. We are first by experience, we are first by the damage. We had a great time, and as you can see, enemy Jack Pizda had a great time as well. Good for him, brother from other mother, enjoying the 420 hits, fellas. And I'm talking about ammunition, you dirty mother truckers. I see what you are doing. Beautiful. The next tank on the list is Grille. For me, Grille is still perfect sniper schnitzel, in my opinion, right? Oh, Grille. The first game with Grille did not went according to plan, fellas. We are pretending it never happened. Let's have some fun. Okay, so the second vehicle, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Grille. I love this tank with all my heart because for me this is a perfect sniper schnitzel, and if I need to make pressure I can do that. Although same situation as Jack Pizda, not every game is excellent with this vehicle. The first game which I had was not good enough for a YouTube. It was only 2000 damage or something like that, so it happens. Let's play for a round number 2. Or round number 1 for you fellas. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to beat the living crap out of the mother truckers that are going to get spotted here, and I believe someone will. I believe someone will get spotted. I mean, there is always a sniper schnitzel sitting in this typical position, don't you think so? There is always someone sniping from the typical bush. And by the way, if this Shelma would spot something for us, I would gladly have a snack of the enemy. Going for a couple blind shots because you never know whenever you are going to hit those, right? So we are trying to predict where enemies may be. And at the same time we have our eyes widely open, fellas. What is the play? What is the play? What is the play? How do we want to make pressure with Grille? Skill, you should not be making pressure with a Grille. I know, fellas, but I'm being impatient. At this point, I am being impatient. At this point, I am just dreaming about slapping some light tank for solid 600 to 800 in the face, okay? This is what I'm dreaming about. Do I want to load high explosives? This is the question. I actually could do that, but I'm not entirely sure Will enemies have Rue sitting somewhere here? Okay, convoy first time spotted. Half hit points gun. Guess who hit him with a blind shot? Definitely not us, right? There is no bloody way we hit him with a blind shot, right? Absolutely not. Meanwhile, there is so many mother truckers sniping from over there. This is a dream for us. This is a dream come true, fellas. Many sniper schnitzels. We do not need to get involved. We can chill, we can relax, and all we need to do, we need to make sure that we have our eyes widely open. Or do we? I kind of want to relocate a bit. Not by a huge margin, just a bit. And watch this shot. This is going to be nice. Through the gap in the wall, fellas. Through the gap in the wall, straight into the T and H face. Absolutely glorious, very nice angle, very nice shot. There is nothing to complain. And Grille is accurate. Obviously, it is kind of disappointing whenever you are missing the shot, but usually Grille should hit pretty much most of the shots, if not all of the shots, right? Although, once again, sometimes it happens when the tank will say that. And if, in the end of the day, you know, World of Tanks is responsible for everything, or should I say RNG is responsible for everything. Sometimes doesn't matter how accurate tank is on the paper. If the tank will say 9, that means 9. You are not going to hit even though you are playing with the best sniper schnitzel in the World of Tanks, don't you think so? We are slapping everyone left, right, and center. We are eliminating enemies with a bloody smile on our face. Fellas, we are playing well. Now, what will happen? There is a big chance that this Mr. Budget will try to escape. I need to react properly, and we should be actually... I don't care about the Budget. There is E4. There is E4. He has 1,500 hit points. I just want to say hello for him. And M103. No. Not the best situation. It's okay. It's okay. Relax. Take it easy. Everything is fine. M103 will go back to the garage. Beautiful. And now all we need to do, we need to find the Batchat or Super Conqueror or whoever else still has a bit of the hit points. As you can see, in this situation, we had our eyes widely open. We did everything properly. We definitely cannot complain about our score. Plus, on top of that, we should have a blind shot as well, right? So we are doing just things right. Meanwhile, speaking about the Conqueror, I don't really think Conqueror is doing the things right. I would not act surprised if this gentleman simply gave up and he said, I am done with this game. Bad matchmaking, bad RNG, bad game, everything is horrible. And now, we need to find the Concept 5. There is a big chance that this Mr. Concept 5 will sit somewhere over there, okay? And all I need to do, I need to have high explosives loaded, and I need to figure out where is he sitting at. I'm going for a blind high explosives, but it doesn't really change anything. We are okay. We are just simply going to wait until this mother trucker will get spotted. I truly do not mind, and I feel very good about myself. Wait a second, this mother trucker should get spotted by the Caro very soon. Beautiful. And we eliminated him from the game with a solid Top Gun. Beautiful game from Grille, and this is what I want to show for you, fellas. I want to show the games when the things are going according to the plan, especially whenever we are talking about my favorite tanks, right? And I believe that makes sense. So looking into all of this, fellas, we should have 4,700 damage, right? Yes, indeed, we do. 4,800 damage, 6 kills, first class, Top Gun, beautiful performance overall, and everything went pretty well. The game that you haven't seen, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, was Steps, but there was nothing to show. It wasn't so interesting. I mean, sure, it's 4,000 combined and whatnot, but it's not the game that I want to show for you, and I hope that makes sense. And the last, fellas, but not least. Now, this is an interesting choice. Last year it was Bobject, and I still like Bobject. It is still a beautiful tank, but it is not my favorite tank, right? It is not my favorite tank. It is definitely not a Trash Burn, or not a Death Star, or definitely not a Starva. Not the Foch B. It is Hori. I am extremely excited to play with this tank and to get Mark of Excellence on whenever I will choose to. It is extremely good tank. I just started my journey. I played only 38 games with questionable score, but I fell in love with this tank. Same I can say for a tier 9 vehicle. I think the tier 9 should be even rated epic. Anyways, let's teleport into the game and we will talk more about it. Hori! Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably only one meta tank in my list from the tank destroyers. And the main reason why, so, well, first of all, I haven't had a chance to hate this vehicle yet, okay? I simply had no chance to hate this tank. I know that marking this tank is going to be pretty disgusting and not so enjoyable, but overall, in the nutshell, this tank is like Grille but better. You can even be aggressive with it, you can bounce a shot or two with this tank, and you have pretty decent accuracy as well. In other words, nothing to complain about this vehicle, nothing to cry about. It is just a solid, beautiful tank in the world of tanks. And you do not really care, do you get a city map or you don't get a city map. For example, whenever you play with a Grille, I mean, yeah, with a Grille you are getting Ensk and you are thinking, oh yop, tararai, Ensk. With this vehicle, you do not feel this way, you don't think this way, you are just chilling and you are just enjoying yourself because you can be aggressive as well, right? It's just how it goes. Now, it's not my first game with this tank, at least in this session, and I noticed one thing that a couple of games which I played before, they were nothing special, so I made a decision not to go this way and not to show you average 3000 game or something, right? I noticed that the tank is getting ammo react pretty often, okay? Because in the both games that I played, I received ammo reacts, right? So I do not know, is it this tank problem or what is up, but definitely this tank can get ammo react once in a while, and that can be frustrating as well, right? So in order to protect yourself from that, you can use experimental hardening and you can feel just great in this way, right? I think this is important thing to highlight. Meanwhile, what we are going to do, we are going to say hello for this Centurion action shit. Centurion action shit hates me. I slapped him a couple of times already, and I have a feeling that he doesn't want anything to do with me at this point, which I can't blame him for that, you know? Unfortunate fate, what can I say? Unfortunate luck. Now, we can clearly see that enemies are making pressure here and our medium tanks are screaming and running away. So what I would love to do, I would love to help and protect those medium tanks, but honestly speaking, it doesn't look like it is going to be an easy job for us to do the things. Speaking about the things, there is a Trash Burn in the back, we are slapping Trash Burn for 700, so this is as close as you can get for an equal trade, believe me or not. And we are okay. We are not giving up, we are not panicking, we are feeling pretty fine and we are feeling pretty Gucci. All we need to do, we need to have a decent angle over there and hopefully we will be able to say hello for this Udes. Unfortunately, the gun says no, that's okay, not a big deal, not the first time, not the last time. And we are going to say hello for 113 then. Beautiful. 113 tried to run through the middle of the field, but unfortunately it wasn't as simple as he would love to say it is. That's fine. Now, next. There is Udes sniping from the back. You know what that means? That means Udes is taking one. Another fire. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is another fire. Disgusting, beautiful, but disgusting. Meanwhile, Botchat and 113. 113 is looking at us. We're eliminating 113 with a big smile on our face. And I have a feeling that it is the time to go for us. Unless we are going to survive another shot. But unfortunately, it did not went that well. We missed a couple of shots there and there. And unfortunately, our team was the losing team, but nevertheless, we got ourselves a beautiful 5,000. I can guarantee you that if I would be playing this game with a Grille, my score would be lower than it is now, and I think we would finish with a 3,000 or even less than that. Even when Fava was looking at us, probably we would have died in this situation, right? So armor actually helps. Who could ever imagine that, right? Madness, fellas. Let's see the score in the scoreboard, shall we? It is a beautiful tank. And eventually we are going to market. I believe we will need to have a very much of the try-hard session, but we are going to be okay. We are big boys and we are going to survive this. So all in all, 4.9 thousand damage, 100 assisting damage. We are first by experience, first by the damage. That was a good game. And we got 25,000 profits. The previous two games which I had with this tank, they were simply not that great to show. There was nothing to show. 2.7 thousand and quick defeat, right? And after that we had a mountain pass where I was pretty much missing most of my shots and I felt like, this is not the game, right? I hope you understand the purpose of this video, and I want to show the decent maps, or I want to show how the things are usually looking like or usually working, right? And I know that I have a lot of space to improve to play with this tank, and I will be significantly stronger player after I will finish marking this tank, or when I will spend, let's say, 100 or 200 games playing with this vehicle. Also, truly, I would recommend to consider the experimental turbo and experimental hardening for pretty much ammo rack protection. Anyways, fellas, that's what I have for you today. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I hope you had a beautiful time together with us, and I hope you enjoyed yourself, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.